So, with Powerplay 2 coming out and giving everybody the opportunity to get every Powerplay module from every power, everyone now wants to know how to get the most merits possible. And even after it was nerfed, trading still prevails, specifically rare goods trading. And today, I'm going to show you the best rare goods trading that we know of right now that everybody seems to be using. Now, quick disclaimer, this very well could get nerfed. It's totally possible, but it might not. I mean, trading was already nerfed once and they seem to be happy with it. Merits are a bit of an issue right now. Trade is the best, and I'm going to show you and teach you how to do it, obviously, but I have a suggestion for anybody that might be connected or close to Frontier Developments near the end of this video about how we can fix this weird merit balance issue we got going on right now with everything else in trade. But for now, so there's a specific route going around right now that contains 6 different star ports in alliance space or near alliance space. This is the route on screen right now. You can go and do that route if you want, but my personal preference is to basically just do a route comprising of only 2 of the stations in that route. So up here, if we go to the Powerplay map, and let me toggle everybody real quick. We have O'Rear, I think that's pronounced, and Deso. Both of these are basically the best. They give you a ton of merits. Now, it kind of depends on, I think, distance and profit from down here in Empire space. It's about 1,000 merits per 1 million profit, and this will be about 4 million profit in the route. And I'm going to show you that today. So if you want to do the Deso or rear route, which is what I'm going to show off, you're going to need at least 250-ish inventory space on your ship. I'm using a Type 8 for this. I would recommend it because, you know, it is the new best medium trader in the game, and it is that way for a reason, and that SEO capability is going to go a long way. Now, we're going to start with Deso. So if we head up here and set our route, you're going to see from where I am, and it depends on what power you're pledged to, it's 4 jumps to get there, but it will be 6 jumps to get back because of the weight gained from the commodities in the cargo hold. For me, I have a jump range of about 43, and that'll go down quite a bit with the cargo. So you might want to lighten up your ship. Mine is a retrofitted Type 8 that I was using for engineering that I've now put other stuff on, so it's a bit of a janky setup. But I'm personally using a fleet carrier. For the sake of this tutorial, I won't be, because I know a lot of you out there don't have fleet carriers. Not bad, regardless of how you do it. It's a very powerful method. So anyway, I'll see you once I get to Deso. Okay, here we are in Deso, and we're going to be finding the station Shifnal Port. And that is going to be where we are going to be picking up 128 tons of corn. I guess for some reason it's really special corn. Okay, here we are in Deso. Now, I am an open play because this is Powerplay after all. So if we head into the commodities market, you'll see that we can buy Deso corn at 335 per unit, which is an excellent price. 40,000 is how much it'll cost us, and we will sell it for a lot more. Now, again, I believe it is based off of profit and distance. I've heard people say that, but I am not sure how much of a difference distance makes. All right, we're going to go ahead and target or rear. Get out of this station as fast as possible because every minute counts when it comes to hourly trade rate. Okay, so now that we are in O'Rear, we're going to be going to Shannon Lee Free Market. Okay, we are going to be heading right back. Again, you can use that whole route that I showed on screen, or I'll pop it right back on screen right now real quick. You can use this whole route if you want, but I only use these 2 just because these 2 stations offer a very high supply, which is really what you're looking for with this, with rare goods trading. And if you can get a ridiculous amount of profit off of a low supply, that's fine. But this kind of seems like Deso and O'Rear seem like they have a good mix of both. So that's what we're going to be going with today. That's not my pack. Yeah, O'Rearian Viscous Brew. That's another 128. We're buying this for a little more, 80,630 per unit, literally double, but that's okay because we net a very similar amount of profit, and we'll break that down once we get back. So if we head down to the place that I'm going to be delivering this, I'm going to be heading to this reinforcement system to deliver my stuff, but you can deliver it to really any reinforcement system or anywhere that has trading rare goods as its either local activity or even just its non-ethos activity, which you can check in the pilot's handbook. If actually, you know what, I might as well show you that now. So just so everyone's clear on where you deliver this stuff, because if you mess it up, it would be kind of some wasted time. So if we go ahead and really click on any of these and open this little pilot's handbook, you can see in the activities what type of systems accept and don't accept these things. So sell rare goods is okay in acquisition systems. Okay, so undermining, you're not going to want to do it in any undermining systems, but you can do it really anywhere else. So as long, again, as the words on the gal map where you're delivering it say reinforcing, you should be fine. And if you're actually playing power play, adding some strategy to it would be good too. You know, landing somewhere that needs some reinforcement or that's about to be fortified would be, you know, good for your power. On the flight back, I want to talk a little bit about the merit balance in Powerplay 2 right now and how it could be improved. Because trading, rare goods trading, isn't the most exciting gameplay. I mean, sure, if you're playing it open, you're going to run into a lot of people because this route is pretty popular, and you might see some combat, which is fun. But ultimately, trade isn't the most fun thing, especially in a power like mine, which is ALD, which specializes in combat. Combat pays like no merits. There's two things. There's two reasons that this could be. One, there needs to be a merit balance update. We need some balancing. And that's to say, really, everything else than trade needs to be buffed. I don't want trade to be nerfed, which is probably what's going to happen if it gets nerfed at all, or if there's any balance at all. They might just nerf rares trading, which I don't think should be the case. This is not quick. This is the best, or at least, you know, as far as we know right now, the best way to earn merits, but it is not necessarily quick. I have done hours of this and I'm only rank 7. I need to get to rank like, I think it's 34 in order to get my first power play module. This is not fast and this is kind of grindy, which means Frontier, please do not nerf this. Buff everything else. Unless, and this is a big unless, there's a case where, you know, the ethos activities actually pays a competitive rate to this, which is possible because power play is new and we actually haven't seen all of the states and all of the different points of interests that are possible yet, likely. For example, if you were to ever engage in the other power play activities, you would notice power, you know, salvage sites and stuff like that as a point of interest or signal source in a system. And if you go there, especially in an undermining system, you can get a decent little bit of credits, but the highest threat rating I've seen of those signal sources so far is low, and you get at least a good couple hundred merits out of them if there's enemies there. Of course, we're talking specifically about undermining because reinforcing, you don't necessarily see a lot of enemy ships. You're instead salvaging for your system unless there's enemies trying to steal the salvage. So there is a chance that merits feel like they're paying low right now because the sim hasn't really moved. We haven't even had one cycle yet or one conflict state. And again, if low nets a couple hundred merits per instance, then does high merit a couple thousand? Because if that's the case, that's actually pretty balanced, because that might even be a little better than trading in my case, because I get a merit bonus for bounty hunting because that's the point of my power. So if that's the case, Frontier, you might not really need to do anything. But if it is the case that you really just don't earn many merits other than trading, please don't nerf trading. Buff everything else, because everybody's a little shaken by the thing they just did with exploration where they're nerfing it and people might lose some of their ranks. Now, if they're going to nerf it anything like they nerf trading, there's not going to be a massive loss there because trading is still very powerful post nerf. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. I think power play is awesome. The next video that's going to be coming after this is going to be talking about how you actually play power play and what all of the stuff means, because I've had a decent little bit of experience in it now, and there isn't really many tutorials, or if any, online talking about how you can play it instead of just grind it, because it would be a shame if everybody just kind of exhausted themselves out on trading with this system and we ended up with a similar situation to Powerplay 1. Okay, so we're back at home and we're going to be heading over here to Fabian City, and I'm going to show you exactly how many merits I'm going to earn. Now, this could change for you, just because if distance is a factor in the profit calculation, if you're closer, you may earn less. If you're further, you may earn more, or depending on the price the station you're selling to accepts the rare goods at, this could also change. But in my context, I'm going to be earning just a little bit less, or even just about 4,000 merits per run. We're going to be doing some super cruise slipping here. If you don't know how to super cruise slip, by the way, learn how. It is incredible. I'll show you very quickly. So once that timer reaches about 7 or 6 seconds, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip in. So 8, 7, once it says 6, actually, sorry, not 7. I'm going to slip in around 6 and 5, and then I'm going to slip out and slow down. You can repeat this to get in really quickly, because if you get just the right speed before dropping in, you can overspeed is what it's called. So it's at 7. We're going to speed up to about 6 or 5. Honestly, we could probably do 5, slip back in. And we want to make sure we're lined up to the center of this little circle here. Oh, this is going to be fine. This is much quicker than waiting for Super Cruise Assist to do it or dropping manually. And there we go. Occasionally it might kind of fly out of the center there, and you're just going to have to keep up. You get used to it. It's a skill. Anyway, Fabian City, we're going to request docking. Now, a couple things to note as well. It might be possible that the prices of the rare goods could dilute over time with the popularity of this route. We haven't noticed that, though. Rare goods may work a little differently than commodities, but it's something to keep in mind. This is all very sim dependent, so this tutorial could fall out of date pretty quickly, especially if Frontier just ends up nerfing it, which again, Frontier, please just buff everything else if that ends up being an issue. So, commodities market, we're going to sell the corn, and let's see here. This is going to be 1.9 million profit. Now, it's going to be 1,900 something merits. 1932, this is going to be a clean 2.1 million or 2 million profit, but the 2.1 million total income leads us to 2,100 merits, if it will. There we go, 2113. So we got just about 4,000 merits there. Now, I will put a calculation on screen right now for the very rough hourly rate, and keep in mind, again, this may be contextual to ALD or Lavany Duval players, and it may change for you. But this is still a very good way of getting merits and getting your way up in those ranks if you are going to mod hop for your power play module. So if I actually take a look here, I can show you. I've done this maybe for a handful of hours, and I'm already at 53,000 merits. This is very powerful. Again, Frontier, don't nerf it, buff everything else, because even at 53,000 merits in the first couple days of this update coming out, I'm only at rank 9, and I need to get all the way to rank, I think, yeah, 34 for my first power play module. And that requires 247,000 merits. So again, this is not quick. If I want to get all of the power play modules, I need to get all the way to rank 97, which is 751,000 merits. Again, not quick, Frontier. This is still going to take a long time. Buff everything else. Don't nerf this. Thank you for watching, everybody. The next video coming out after this one will be telling you how to play Powerplay 2 instead of just grind when you're feeling a little burnt out on trade. Thank you for watching. I'll see you around.